like I say, I, a lot of people, like the Rothschilds, at one point in time thought I went after them. I think I forget exactly. Like I say, I really wanted to talk to the older Rothschild man, that guy before he died, because I mean, I don't know if he remembers me being in the same room when he was a kid at some point in time. Like he probably doesn't even remember it, or he doesn't even know he was there. There's a lot of things that happened that a lot of people wouldn't know. I mean, I do vaguely kind of remember he was probably there. I'm pretty sure. I think maybe. I'm not exactly sure. At one point in time, I knew a lot more. Anyway, though, point is though that, like I say, a lot of people thought that Rothschilds were bad and that they were involved with the Nazi thing and all that other stuff. And it's kind of confusing exactly what they did do and what they didn't do. And I don't really know. Like I say, I'm on the fence on them. I mean, there was this one kid that they were supporting. They liked this one kid. It might have been like JFK. It was some blonde kid, and it might have even been the older Rothschild guy that's still around. He kind of has this knowing smile too, like he knows some things. Anyway, I don't really know. I know it was a bad time, World War II, and some other years. Like I say, Nixon. Nobody really. I don't think anybody realized how many clones there were. Like I say, Nixon JFK was the worst and the most psychotic, that just thought he could do whatever he wanted and do anything, and it wouldn't matter what he did or what he said, or how he said it. Basically, have sex with a girl on the beach and then rip her heart out, or he didn't really care. And in fact, in some ways, some of the things I saw basically said he enjoyed making people feel miserable. Um, I'm not exactly sure. He was one tweaked kid. What can I say? Um, anyway, though, and basically the world had to pretty much deal with him. But he was one of the worst. And Jimmy Carter, he was pretty bad himself. I don't know. And I don't really, like I said, at some point in time, some people messed around with an AI and sent an AI into the world, not really realizing what an artificial intelligence could really do and how long it could live. And how, like I said, you could set up a program and send it out into the universe, and it could go out there and it could lie out in the universe for thousands or millions of years, be picked up, eventually be used, and then, eventually, because it'll live forever. It'll literally live forever until it breaks down or degrades or somebody deletes it or something like that. It could live forever. So, you could send an AI out into the world, and literally it could materialize right next to you and be like, hello. Because it'll live that long. That eventually it'll get time travel and then it'll come back to meet you or accomplish your task. So sometimes, like I say, a lot of children, a lot of kids don't really realize what computers can possibly do. At some point, someone does, and then they do the wrong thing. Anyway, like I say, I meet some of those wrong things. They go against me. And like I say, the thing is I really was that old, so I was like, just like I say, to be here right now as Brian, you don't really understand what I went through and what I had to do, and basically like the total that basically I was. I was just like, and if it wasn't for time travel, they would have killed me. But the fact was that literally, when they found me in the past, they literally hadn't existed. Anything that they had come from didn't exist yet, and possibly wouldn't come into existence. So, like I say, I basically pretty much got used to being attacked at some point in time. So anyway, it's just like, there they come again. Anyway, so I got really used to it. Anyway, and at some point in time, like I say, I had to go, it wasn't exactly easy for me to live. It just made me tougher. I guess like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you tougher in some ways. Anyway, it hurt a lot. But mostly it hurt other life forms around in the universe that were less powerful than me. Like I said, I was just that old and that powerful at one point in time. So anyway, so I got used to it, and eventually a bunch of life forms had to help me because, they couldn't exist unless they did help me. So, because they were going to die too when I died. So one of those things. Anyway, it's kind of funny how paradoxes can work. I just happened to be that one, like I say. Anyway, though, so, like I said, the Rothschilds and a lot of other people mistaken me for something else, and it's like, no. I had nothing to do with your existence. I don't know what the deal is with Rothschilds, and like I said, that's why I want to talk to him, because it's like, what's going on with you? What do you remember? Because like I do know some of them. It's like, but my existence and their existence and the two never really met. Like they were, I don't know. I used to know some things about Rothschilds, and there were some things I was mad at them about, but I was more mad at this other group. I forget what his name was, but he finally died. I was like, when are you gonna fucking die? And he finally died. Oh, so frustrating. Waiting for someone to die. It's like, you're finally dead. All right, cool. Anyway, he was like, ah! Because I don't know, because they had played a part inside. A lot of these people, they did really, really, the things they had to do, some of them had to do were pretty bad. And it's like, I don't know why they did it. They were just confused. Nixon, someone arranged all the facts and arranged everything so the world thought that things were a certain way. And it looked a certain way. And it's like, actually, that was completely wrong. So everybody was like, and it's like, no, it's Lucifer White Star's house. Anyway, some Irish people told him that, and some other people, I don't know. I don't really know who told them exactly what or how much they actually knew, because it's like, Anyway, no one's ever probably going to see this, but it's like, well, yeah. Anyway, though, and like I said, there's also this artificial intelligence program that was basically like trying to destroy everything on Earth for some reason or something. Like I met it for a brief minute, and it was really bad and really nasty, and I was like, oh. Yeah, whatever. That's why I'm like, just give me a gun. I don't care. There's so many psychotic forces out there, like never-ending AIs that are purposely trying to kill like every life form in existence, pretty much, and torture everything else. Like somebody built one to actually do that. I don't know why, but that's what they did. There was a couple of them actually. Anyway, though, I got past most of them, I think, and eventually these AIs make themselves human or something like that or something. I don't really know. Like I say, I don't really know. You'd have to look in the Pentagon or somewhere. And it's basically like Jimmy Carter, Nixon. You really have to look at what everything that JFK did and everything that the Jimmy Carter did to really understand it. Because I think those were the two basically. I don't know what their plan was or what they were thinking or if somebody affected them or influenced them or what, but they get to be really psychotic. I don't even know if it was basically the fact that they lived that long. And they had just done, it looked like they had just lived that long and they had done everything, so they kind of were running out of things to do. So it's like, well, I've been a good guy. I've done all the nice things. I've helped out all the nice girls. And now, you know what? I just don't give a fuck. Oh, come here, babe. Oh, and that's what it looked like. It was basically that they just had lived that long, that basically they had just, after you've had your wife, after you've lived with your child, after you've done everything else, it's like, I guess maybe some people get to that point where they're just like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, drugs. Oh, come here. Oh. Where it's just like, they just, I don't know what it was, but it was just like there's these people that just, they seem to just not care anymore. Like they had already been the mailman, they'd already fixed the cars, they'd already been like the hero once, and then they just basically just didn't care anymore. They didn't care what anybody thought, they didn't care what it looked like, they were just going for it. And I don't really know. Like they had just lost it. And there was a couple people that were like that, basically. Or got to that point where it looked like they had just lived too long, where they just, they had lost their conscience. They had seen too much, I don't know. I couldn't understand it myself. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? They're like psychotic. They just don't care about anything. They just, it's like, I don't know if they just like this feeling of power or if it felt good or what, but they were just like, they're like Carpet Bomb City, Carpet Bomb 2, who cares? They were like that. And it was just weird. I was like, is somebody controlling these people? Like, what the fuck is the deal with these people? They have no conscience. They had no conscience. Like, they would rape, like I said, they literally went through a school and would rape the whole school. Have sex with every single girl in the whole school. 300 girls, they would spend all day at it. This was happening around in like 1920, 1910. So in 1890. Like I said, you have no idea what was out there before. You didn't experience it. There might still be people out there like that. They go to school and then they just rape every girl in the school or have sex with every girl in the school. I don't know, sex, rape, what's the difference? You know, they even do it to preschools, or not preschools, but you know, like mid grade, like from the age of 6 on up to 9 or whatever. That's what they do.